I hope I'm live. I'll have to title this video as soon as I can, because it didn't let me title it. I had to set it all up because this is my tablet that I'm using for it, doing this live stream. Gotta keep my music down so I don't get copyright hit. But yeah, I'm driving to Norfolk, Virginia. Right now I'm still stretchy and boring, you know, videos and stuff. Like where people would drive through the tunnels and stuff, you know, and then go above, and then go back in the tunnel again. And my girlfriend said she was there not that long ago for a death in the family. So, I would like to take the time to explore it, but I don't have any any more money, you know. I'm actually making this trip in hopes that I can get some gas money, you know, and be able to reimburse it. So, you know, I'm going to be using ethanol 85 exclusively too, because it's about as cheap as it gets, and I want to get it from Sheetz along the way because it's always fresh and the price is right, you know. And the van does run on ethanol 85 pretty damn good. It uses a little more of it, you know. You're not going to get as good gas mileage by using it, but I mean, it's a trade-off, you know. The price is still good, so and I get more acceleration and no knocking and pinging and all the other BS too. So if I use regular or the unlimited like 88, it just really it starts to make my engine really wonky. So I try to mix up ethanol at 85 and unleaded at 88, and then, you know, like unleaded 88 is up to 15% like ethanol, so it can go from, you know, like 0 to 15%, and of course like ethanol at 85 is like 85% like ethanol and 15% gas. So, but because it's ethanol, you know, it actually burns cooler. Actually allows allows the engine to burn it cooler, so that way you don't have as high as combustion temperatures, and therefore you're making the air more dense and bringing in more of an oxygen. So, and with ethanol 85, I believe it contains more like oxygen molecules, so therefore you get a more complete combustion too. So, you know, that's why I've been going with it for the last couple weeks now. I mean, it's been running pretty darn well. You know, the only thing I really gotta do is just change the oil like every so often, you know. But other than that, yeah, van's pretty good. My diff fluid is pretty dark, but it doesn't need to be changed yet. And I'll do my transmission fluid and filter probably in the next few months. So, because it's still pretty red, you know, it hasn't gone.
There's a lane closure ahead.
So, try to maintain the van as good as I can, you know. Try to get some speed here so that way I can make good timing. It says I'm going to be there around 1:30, 2 o'clock, but I'm guessing closer to 3. So, and I told the person that I'll probably be there more likely it's going to take me 5 or 6 hours to get there, just because I'm going to have to stop and stretch. I got to get a coffee somewhere along the way at Sheetz too, probably. I think there's a Sheetz that's after Woodbridge, Dale City, and it's before Richmond. There's like 2 or 3 of them. It's like right near this one exit that you take to get to like a campground. I forgot the name of the campground though. I met the guy out there the one time and stayed the night on his grandmother's plot, or where she has her camper at. So I just used the power that night and I got some water. And then I took a shower too, because they got shower houses too. A lot of people are dumb when they drive on the roads, I can tell you that. And yeah, I'm actually really tired. Like, I've been awake for like what, 16 hours, 17 hours now. So, but it is what it is, though. I mean, I gotta get this thing done. So I don't got a choice. I mean, I don't, you know, like I said, I don't got much money to play with right now, but I gotta get this done. So. I mean, the person wants me to come and get it now, or they're gonna throw it away, you know. So I have to get it. I mean, it's free, you know. I mean, I can't complain about that. It's just it costs me gas to go, to go there. But yeah, like later on tonight, I'm definitely going to stop at a Pilot on the way back to the DC area. I'm going to stop at a Pilot. I got my little cardboard sign that says I need a shower, and now truckers will hook you up with showers because they have like loyalty programs. So for every 50 gallons of diesel, 300 gallons of diesel at a time. So it's like several showers right there, you know. And they only need one or two. They probably use like 4 or 5 during a week, and that's it. And then the rest is just kind of like stacked on. So that's the nice thing about Pilot Flying J, you know. What the hell? Here's some weird noise in the back of the van. It could be that little diesel heater pump that's rolling back and forth against the door, though.
In a quarter mile, keep right at the fork to continue on I-495 south.
I had to swap up my diesel heater pump because the other one wasn't pumping fuel, you know, to the heater. There we go. Let's face the tablet forward so you guys
keep right at the fork to continue.
A lot of jackasses on the road, I can tell you that. So yeah, I gotta go from 95 to 64 and meet the person at their house. And they said that, and they said it's gonna be available around 4. So, you know, it's kind of like Pike Road 7. 4 years ago, it's like a big, no, live stream, I think, there the last time I was there. 5, I'm going to find his sheets and get some coffee. It's only effect from there. Be at least 3 minutes ahead of time in that. Driver nodded at me. I still got stuff in the apartment. From when I need to. So, more likely Pepco will kill the power. Hard to see. Like ethanol 85 mix that I have in the right, the ethanol sort of, then I'll dump that in whenever I need to, you know. So right now I'm doing like 65, but it's pretty smooth though, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now if you're in the right lanes, yeah, it's a little more bad because they need to get over to the far right lane, you know. Which I'm going to get over here too, because I'm not going to be contributing to the fast lane being quote-unquote too slow for the fast lane, you know. The 2 left lanes really should be for, the far left lane should be for the fastest one, and the second from the left and third from the right should be for slightly faster than this one that I'm in. It's for cruising, and the right one's for getting on and off the highway, you know. That's what it should be for. So I've been driving along enough to see things and know patterns and all this other stuff, you know. There we go. Now I can get up in the right lane. I just prefer the right lane anyways, because if you need to go to plan B, then you have something to pull into, you know, like a decent shoulder. So, because if you're in the main lanes, travel lanes, you know, and something happens, you really can't really swerve if someone's on both sides of you, you know. actually got family that lives, I think in Woodbridge, Dale City or something like that. My dad's sister and my cousins. I haven't seen them for years though, and I haven't even heard back from them. I actually messaged my aunt and my cousin. I haven't heard from them yet. And I was like, hey, just let me know if you ever want to visit. I'm in the area, be happy to drive down. Then I told my dad and my brother too, my sister, that if they ever come back out here to visit, you know, or just do whatever, just let me know so I can meet up with them. If I had the apartment, I'll let them stay for free, even though they made me mad over the years. I would still let them stay free. You know, I can be a humble person like that. I try to be anyways. I mean, I try to stay humble. It's hard nowadays though, especially with all the shit going on, you know, in Chicago and like New York especially now.
In 2 miles, take exit 57A toward I-95 South, Richmond.
I think I'll make good timing as long as I like stay at a good constant speed and there's no construction traffic and all this other BS or accidents or anything, or slow downs, pile ups, constant lane changers, speeders, you know. Yeah, I mean, I can make it pretty good. I've been to Richmond quite a few times, and I've been to, I forgot the name of the city that I went and picked up that 40-gallon or 50-gallon water tank, which actually did not work out. I think I picked it up for like $30 though, but I managed to sell it for more. So I pretty much broke even because of the cost of gas too, driving back and forth. But I mean, it was a pretty cool trip, you know. I went to a pilot and tried to fit it in the back of the van, and it just didn't work out. So I managed to make it to the Home Depot on Shady Grove Road in Rockville, Maryland that same evening, and got it figured out. But then I was like, well, the batteries are too far forward. It kind of killed my storage space. So I ended up going back to the original 30-gallon tank and just selling that 40-gallon tank. I think that was like last year too. Actually pretty warm out. My dad guy was like in the 70s or something.
In
like
a quarter
70,
mile, take exit 57A toward I-95 South,
Crazy.
Richmond.
Who the heck drives a dark red Ford van? I mean, of the darker color. One tried to jump in front of me just because I have a
Use
gap.
the left.
I want to laugh so hard, you know. And my three SUV, we're both trying to get in the. They don't care to use their mirrors. Donate to the channel. You know, I'm probably looking at maybe less than $50 in gas to go back and forth to back to overnight. Maybe get me a couple of slices of pizza and a soda. They usually got decent deals. You know, the PJ Fresh that they have in store. That pizza is actually really good. It's some seriously big slices. I mean, it's like pretty much like a good quarter. If you went to like Little Caesars and you got their classic pepperoni, it's probably like would equal about a quarter of that pepperoni. Maybe a quarter and an extra slice bigger. That's how big these slices are at Pilot, and they're thick too, so they're filling. And you get extra large soda too. So, you know, like Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sprite, like 7-Up, tea. I usually go for Coke. It's just what I'm used to. So, and my mom is too. I guess I get it from her. Doing like 60 now. But yeah, if you go to my channel description, relative ways of helping out is right there. Venmo, mainstream electronic payment, make it available to the person to be able to pay me. All those car transports always have a DOT number, stick it on the side of his vehicle or something. If when he's doing for hire services, you know, to keep his, you know, to keep it legal, you know. Because you really don't want to be doing for hire and then you don't have DOT in your MC numbers, and then you gotta pull into a weight or scale or something, and then you end up getting a ticket because you don't have your numbers properly displayed, you know. And I need to get my DOT medical card too. I think it's good for 2 years too, so it's like $120. Then that way, if I ever someone ever calls me up and says, "Hey, I need you to come drive this truck right now and bring it up to New Jersey, or bring it up to New York, or bring it to Virginia, or bring it to north and south," just God knows where, right? I gotta be able to get in that truck and be able to, you know, to make that delivery, you know. Because my friend Orlando always tries to keep me in mind for stuff, and I can drive a box truck. I need more practice, but I definitely can drive one. So, you know, the big enterprise one. I know how to use the parking brake. So you keep your foot on the brake, shift it to neutral, and then you pop the valve. You pop the yellow valve, and then the truck's in park. And then you do the opposite when you're ready to go. You put your foot on the brake. When you start the engine, you make sure the air pressure comes up at least 100 psi, 110, and then you push the valve in, and it will release the parking, and it's going to release the brakes for you. So when you step on the pedal, of course, it releases some air, and then the brakes will work accordingly, you know, because the air holds the brakes, because the air holds the brakes off. So if you were to dump your air, then your brakes will lock up pretty tight, you know. So, and that's a good safety feature to have, to be honest. So, that's why you can hear stories of people, of semi truck drivers, other semi truck drivers in the you know, yank. But with semi truck, it's the red and the yellow. I think the yellow is trailer and the red is tractor. I actually thought about doing trucking a long time ago, like when I was fucking just a teenager still. I was thinking about doing it because I know my Uncle Don, he been doing it for a long ass time now. Since I was a kid, he been trucking. But I haven't spoken to him in years though, and I don't know why. I don't know what he has against me. I have no idea. It's like he don't want to literally just leave, and he keeps doing that. The face of the rotor, you know, like one piece bearings. You try. And the little, you know, the rollers up, but that was easy enough, you know. I don't know, like however it goes, like what, maybe 100 hours more. He did a damn good job. He was pretty sudden too. I feel when I had the Dodge van, so that was pretty awesome. But then I started watching Tim's channel and he distributed it, you know. If you wanted to call me